Hello everyone, 'tis I, everyone's favorite sleep-deprived hormonal makeup monkey on YouTube. But enough about me, let's talk about the foundation we're testing out this week in this week's weekly wear. This technically is not a foundation. It is a skin tint, but it is by Fenty Beauty. It's the Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. It has taken me a while to do this weekly wear because it has been sold out for a hot minute in most of the shades. It's $29.50. It has decent reviews on Sephora. 4 stars isn't bad, right? I feel like this hasn't been getting great reviews on YouTube though. If I counted correctly, there are 25 different shades. And true to Fenty Beauty, I feel like there is a good shade range here. In those 25 shades, we've got the 5 different arms to represent 5 different categories. And since it's a skin tint, you know, it should span even farther than 25 different shades. You know, if one shade can adapt to multiple different skin colors. Fenty highlights that this is going to be long wearing, have a natural finish with light coverage, and it is vegan. Furthermore, saying that it is a buildable light to medium coverage skin tint, leaving the skin looking blurred and smooth. It also claims to be humidity and sweat and transfer resistant, which I will absolutely be putting to the test this week. It has been humidity levels between like 80 and 95% every day for the last week or so here in Minnesota. I have been happier. Let's just say that much. And to apply, it seems to say that fingers or a brush are going to be best, and also that it should be layered with skincare and primer. However, y'all know me, I am going to be trying this today on the first day of testing with 0 primer because there are many of you beauties who watch my channel who don't like wearing primer or don't believe in primer. Whatever you're gonna want to say. Glasses wearers of the world, as always, I got you covered. Eye bag wearers of the world, oh, do I ever have you covered, at least for today. I do like the bottle. I think it's quite cute. Something different. Very, what's the word? Geometric? Did I say? I got the shade number 2. Hopefully that was a decent choice for me. Shake it well like it says. I have already put on my skincare, moisturizers and serums and all that. So, as I said, say hello to my hormonal skin and let's go ahead and try this out. I am certainly curious to try this out because I have seen very mixed reviews on it in general. P.S. What is that? This is it, I know, but like, why? Ooh, okay. I don't feel like I've ever seen a skin tint go so like almost instantly matte. That's kind of cool. Maybe not super friendly in the pores. Did that do anything? I think it did something. Don't know that it was $30 worth of something, but let's see if a brush can give a bit more coverage. Maybe blend into the pores a little bit better. Okay, a little bit more coverage for sure. You know, took away some redness and some blemishes were covered, but overall the big boys were not. I mean, it is a skin tint. It doesn't offer full or even medium coverage, at least not according to them, but they did say it was buildable. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can build this a little bit on the areas that I would like to build it. I don't know, my friends. I feel like this is the kind of product that is meant for people who already have perfect skin with no pores, which is essentially no one, but you know, it did build up a little bit. It just looks pretty horrific on my nose, in my nose pores, and it didn't do anything for my larger blemishes. I mean, it looks and feels fine. If I'm gonna be rubbing something on my face for $30, I want it to look a little better than fine. So please Pardon me, I'm gonna use a very light concealer on a couple of my bigger blemishes today. I know I usually hold off on this until subsequent days, but forgive me. So here we have it for now. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup and then I'm gonna get on with my day. We're gonna test it through sweat and humidity, all of that fun summer stuff or life stuff if you're hot and sweaty like me all year round. And yeah. See you at the end of the night. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone. Good evening. It is the end of the night here on day 1 of testing, and I am pleasantly surprised. Let me show you why. Now don't get me wrong, it doesn't look perfect by any stretch of the means. However, I think with the mixing of my oils, my skin oils, and you know, the humidity and stuff throughout the day, I think it caused it to really just settle in and fade nicely. I just think it looks much better now than it did when I first applied it. Maybe that's because it completely rubbed out of my nose pores or something, but either way, I certainly did not notice transfer throughout the day. Like when I would touch my face, it feels like it would transfer, but I don't really see much of anything on my fingers, just a very, very faint, slight bit of the tint. It has been lightweight, feels good. I'm curious, you know, to test this out further. I've got a feeling it's gonna be one of those ones that isn't really meant for me because I typically tend to need or feel a need for or want more coverage. I just don't have the perfect skin, you know, to go with this. I feel like that's what this type of a thing really complements. But either way, I'm excited to keep on testing it. As I said, we'll be testing it with other concealers and primers and all that good stuff for you guys. Well, and for me too. I'm curious to see how this does. So, how many more times can I say I didn't say it. Did you? I'm curious. When I said that, both of my cats just... Either way, alright, I'm gonna go feed them dinner, and then I'm gonna take off my makeup, go to bed, do all the testing, and then I'll see y'all in just a second. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It is the end of the night here on day 3 of testing, day 3 of surviving through this humidity. I thought that was gonna rhyme a lot better than it actually did once it came out of my mouth, but either way, where's the lie? It's been very hot. So I've certainly been able to test this skin tint out through the claims, you know, the sweat, humidity claims. Let me show and tell you about the 2 days that you haven't seen yet. So on day 2, I went ahead and used my hydrating primer that I enjoy from Ciate, the watermelon one, and then also went ahead and used my full cover L'Oreal concealer as well as a Tarte concealer, like a glow concealer thing under my eyes for BoxyCharm video, and then used a sponge and a brush to apply the tint on top of those things. It was once again able to layer and looked fine, but once again, you know, it looked a lot less than desirable, to put it lightly, in my nose pores. Overall, I mean, it looked good. Well, I should say it looked fine. It just, in my nose pores, it really, I try so hard, and I tried so hard to get it to look good, but I guess I did my best. And throughout the day, I said, definitely going through heat and sweat and humidity and all of that, you know, was running errands, mask on, mask off, so testing against transfer, all that stuff. And while it did feel lightweight through all of that, it has a greasy feeling to it. And I think I felt that on day 1, but I don't think I voiced it. But even though it's lightweight, it does have a slight greasy feel to it. It's not intense, and like I said, it doesn't make it feel heavy, but it is there. And I did notice throughout the day, not only on my mask, but you know, also on my fingers if I would touch my face a little bit, I wasn't getting like heavy transfer or anything, like it wasn't just wiping right off, but I was noticing like a slight amount of transfer. Nothing to make me nervous, but at the end of the night, I mean, it didn't look awful, but I didn't enjoy the way that it looked. I don't know if it was all due to my mask or what the case was, but it just looked so separated and sad on my chin and around my mouth area. It had come off, you know, like on my nostrils, but didn't come out of my pores, so like those were just emphasized. And overall, I just wasn't excited on day 2 as I was on day 1, since, you know, on day 1 I didn't put it through as much of the elements, so to speak, you know, aka mask, sweat, that sort of a thing. So on day 3 here, I went ahead, I pulled out the big guns, which always just means I used my favorite primer, my Guerlain Beautiful Balls primer, and then also used, once again, my L'Oreal concealer, my full cover concealer. I used a much lighter layer of foundation today and also didn't layer it at all. I just did the one and done type of a thing, and I thought it looked the best today initially, in, you know, comparison to the other days. That being said, it still was settled into my nose pores and a bit of a hassle to blend out even semi-decently, but as I said, I think I got it to look the best today. And throughout the day here, I have been in controlled climate weather. Can you call inside of your apartment weather? I mean, either way, I've been in the air conditioning. It's still been hot. I don't have it cranked down to where I would like it at like 68. But I mean, we've been on like 74-ish, 75. I've got a fan. And even still, you know, I haven't gotten sweaty at all today, but it has been lightweight. But it has felt that greasy feeling again. I do think it looks the best today that it has of any of the days, but as I said, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I haven't worn a mask at all today, and I haven't been out in the humidity, and I haven't been sweating. I do have more of a sheen today, I think, but I also kind of get the feeling that that's just because I have a lot more foundation left on my face than I have on previous days. It has come off around my mouth again, which is a bit surprising. Maybe did I hug one of my cats aggressively with my chin? Could be. I'll have to check their fur later. But to my knowledge, I didn't recall seeing any huge foundation marks on either of them, but either way, here it is. It's okay. It's okay. And while, you know, it certainly has pros and cons as per usual, it doesn't have enough pros to outweigh the cons, at least in my opinion, and also I have no want or will to wear this ever again in the future. There are just other products that are way better than this, if you ask me. So, pros and cons, as I said. First off, it has buildable coverage, especially for a tinted moisturizer or a tinted whatever, a skin tint. That's phenomenal, because a lot of times skin tints are just, you get the one look and that's it, but I do enjoy that this has buildable coverage. It really does. I also enjoy that even if it is humid, even if I am sweating, whatever the case is, it remains lightweight throughout the day. It is comfortable. I can tell that I'm wearing something, but it is lightweight and comfortable. And also, I do think that it looks better with wear. It starts off almost too matte for my liking on my skin. It just doesn't look the most natural. It doesn't look bad, don't get me wrong. I just think that once my oils come out, it looks healthier and glowier, and kind of that's when the blurring that it promises happens. I don't know if that happens to people who don't have oils, you know, they have really dry skin, but that's just what I experienced and what I am surmising happened. However, unfortunately, that is where we get into the cons. First off being, I'm sure you can guess, this is atrocious to blend. That's an exaggeration. It's not atrocious, but it is a task to blend this. It's not easy. It's not, it is a little hard. I mean, for the majority of the face, it's not hard, but on the nose, where the pores are the largest, at least on my face, not pleasant. Which leads into the next con, that this emphasizes the crap out of pores if you have larger pores, or even just like semi bigger than normal pores. I know I don't have the largest pores in the world, but nah. I also would say a con is that this is not humidity and sweat and all of that transfer proof. It's not horrible, but it's not fully able, I don't think, to substantiate that claim. Like, maybe if it, I suppose it probably said it was transfer resistant, huh? Not transfer proof. Either way, I don't think, for me anyways, the claims weren't completely there, because I do think the sweat and the humidity and the mask were things that really caused this to not look great on my skin. And last but not least is just that greasy feeling that I feel that this has. As I said, I don't think it's awful. I just would prefer it not to feel greasy. It's not uncomfortable. It's just noticeable. And I'm greasy enough as it is. So, la la la, there's my review. Did I end up feeling the same about this as most YouTubers? About, maybe. I feel like a lot of people hated this a lot more than I did, but maybe I just missed the good reviews. I don't know. Y'all will have to let me know if I'm missing something, if I did something wrong. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have tried out this skin tint. It's very possible because the shades keep selling out. So lots of people have tried it. And the reviews on like Sephora and Fenty's website, they're really good. So I don't know, maybe it's just like a specific skin type that this works really well with. As I said, just let me know in those comments down below what your thoughts are. You can also let me know any other products you want to see in upcoming weekly wears here on my channel. You could also let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, not only through a comment, but also by giving the video a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, stay well until then. Bye!